I don't know how much of this I'm going to regret. Oh my god. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Azurik, Rise of Perathia. Got a couple more realms to take you through, and then we'll jump straight into the action here. So, the Realm of Fire. This place has been described as caverns with fire and lava, an atmosphere of smoke and huge craters with magma pulsing within. I cannot fathom how any living thing could survive there. The Realm of Air. This realm is composed of enormous floating cloud stations. Travel between clouds is accomplished primarily via a floating airship. The Realm of Life. According to the ancient text, this realm is suffused with a presence of pure light. Little else is known. That's where we are right now. And the Realm of Death. No one has ever returned from this mysterious, perilous place. Beware. So the Realm of Life, that's where we're currently at. Last episode, in case you guys missed it, we completed the air disc. Well, just before that, we basically found our final, the second to last life fragment, which allowed us to get to the life realm, which turns out is space, the final frontier. Sorry, that's my dog barking there. It turns out we're in outer space, and we're left to wander on these huge, long gangways and stuff to ponder at the history of Perathia and this world's universe and who the ancients were. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting idea. Anyway, basically, the idea of the life realm is it's responsible for all life on the planet, because without it, there would be no sun or not enough energy to, you know, allow plants to photosynthesize and, you know, create real ecosystems. It's the life realm because it brings life, like quite literally. This giant machine focuses the sun from an angle where it wouldn't usually reach Perathia. Look at how dim that sun is all the way over there. And then lights up the whole planet. Basically, the ancients terraformed this place. Very cool idea. So, a discovery I made last episode as well. I was talking about the white and black buttons and about how, you know, neither basically do anything in this game and they could have been for other element combinations. As I was doing that, I pressed black and realized there is a move that Azurik can do. Look, there's a roll ability in this game, and I've just not used it. Ever. I've not used it throughout this entire LP, and it's useless as well. It doesn't prevent you from being attacked by monsters. There's no like crouching, there's nowhere to hide. It barely speeds you up. It does nothing, but it's sort of a gimmicky thing that I guess is in there. So there's that. There's a roll ability in Azurik. Anyway, what are we doing? After all the life realm stuff, which I demoed last video, we actually come to a cool mini game where we basically start flying around by hitting X on this terminal.
Use the left thumbstick to steer the pilot light and ignite all 20 filament cores.
Okay, so we have basically a minigame. This is the full-on, most minigame-ish thing that they have in Azurik. We'll cue the chocobo music very shortly. Basically, we need to light 20 little orbs.
Avoid the yellow stabilizer streams.
And we can be killed by these things, stabilizer streams. These are the yellow flares I showed off last episode. It's pretty crazy for this game. Like, wow, they took the time to design this. By holding forward, I can speed up and zoom through these areas. Basically, you're always moving in a circular pattern. So if you just move through these, basically you can go to 16 very quickly. And then there's a bunch that will start crossing your path as well. And the point of this the entire point of this is you need to get all 20 of these blue orbs by rotating around the sun to turn them all on. I'm actually doing really well, I've got to say. To turn them all on without hitting any of the lights, the flares. And it's generally a really dangerous sign if you haven't seen a flare for ages. There's one right there. So we don't want to go anywhere near this. And it proper fucks with your perspective. It's like, okay, which way are we going? And the truth is, oh no, there's one, and another one. Shit. And that's it, I failed. It's a really, really frustrating minigame. People hate it. People really hate it. They say that this is like the worst, hardest thing about Azurik, and it's got nothing to do with, you know, the combat or the elements or anything. Come on, can we get all of these? Oh no, we missed one. It's got nothing to do with the elements, nothing to do with, yeah, it's just a minigame that's playing. People apparently get stuck here for weeks and weeks and weeks. I can't relate to that. I did manage to do it within, I don't know, half an hour, I guess. On my last playthrough, on my test run, which was earlier today. So hopefully I don't do too badly this time. You can see though that you can get caught if they're moving away from you, which kind of sucks. I don't really have any techniques for it either. I don't even know what I can talk about here, because I literally just, I don't know, I flew through them like this, and sometimes I failed because randomly a flare just came out of nowhere and hit me, and it would be really annoying. I'll grant people that. It was very annoying, but there was little more that I could do aside from just rage a bit. I don't even know what I could say for hints. I did read on the game FAQs board. Look, I've already got so many. This is actually really good. I only have 6 left. I did read on the Game FAQs board where they said that, like, this guy had this huge post. Don't go near that. Shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, we got that one too. That's really good, actually. There's another one over there on the left, so we'll try and hang around here for a bit so we can get that in future. Yeah, and he had this huge long thing about how to complete this. Like, a huge thing. Like, with all these strategies and where you should be hanging about. I didn't hit... what? How? That doesn't count. Man, I didn't hit that beam at all there. That really sucks. And that's just going to instantly kill me. Oh, no, it didn't instantly kill me. That's pretty funny. Well, we'll get that and that. Well, I guess one thing that I enjoy doing, I don't know whether it's really useful, but one thing I enjoy doing is going through the middle areas like these, because these areas are where the flares can just catch you out very, very quickly. Like, the more you can be in open space, the better, because you'll see the flares coming. And like, if you don't see any around you at all, my sort of idea, I guess, is just sort of zoom forward, because if you don't see any in front of you, then that means they're probably quite close to you, and they will just blindside you. They will just completely come left field and just smash you in the face, and then you'll fail. So that's sort of my vague strategy. Can we get that, please? There we go. It's just weird when they're hanging about at odd angles like this. Some people say because there's no time limit at all. Look, we're back down to 6. This isn't bad. Some people say because there's no time limit at all, you should just always move at minimum speed. But my problem with that is you will eventually just have one of them will just fly at you. And if you're moving at minimum speed, you can't do anything about that. It just comes off screen. There's no time to react at all. So I like to, move a bit faster. Just, because it's harder to hit a moving target. As simple as that. Can I please get you? Oh, dear. It really messes with your perspective. That didn't kill me, did it? No. 4 left. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. So yeah, that's my strategy. I just try and move fast and just wait until I see some moment of opportunity. I think there's only ever 2 flares going around at once. So there's another one over there. We'll go for it. There's only ever 2 flares going around at once. One will swing from the left, one will swing from the right. Did I miss that? I think I missed it. So like... And these ones on the side are difficult, like, because I could easily have missed that. One from the left, one from the right. So if you see the one on the left, I only need 1 more. For the record, it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there. I know it's in there. Yes! Oh my god, that was so easy. Wow. For the record, I was gonna say, I was gonna spend a whole video. I put like basically a whole video aside. I was like, right, I'll just have all this, and maybe I'll cut out. And if it's gonna be stupidly annoying, then I'll put some rage footage in there or something. Geez, sorry if the commentary was a bit shitty as I was doing that, but I was really focusing. People can get stuck there for ages. I'm very happy. That's a burden off of my chest. I'm very happy that that's done. Wow. Wow, indeed. So that's the minigame. As far as, I guess, the footage here is shown, and my general experience, I think it's actually really fun, and I think it's a cool moment to have put in the game. You can grab the life disc fragment. The game will lag out something fierce as you get lowered through this beam that is just incredibly laggy. I guess if you can, like, zoom your camera out in any way. Not like that, not in. If you can zoom your camera out, then it'll probably reduce the lag. The idea is, let's just use this as a dramatic moment down. That's the last disc fragment in all of Azurik. We're going down into the center of the crystal sun. Everything is glowing white, and I guess we're going to, as miraculously as we arrived here, dissolve back into nothingness and go back down to the planet. Kind of weird, but I think that's such a cool idea, that, everything about this planet, as we've been traveling around it, everything. Machines create the rain. Machines purify the air. Machines provide the sunlight. This is the result of people terraforming this place. It's really cool, and I like how it opens up like that. Well, there you go. That's the light disc, and I think to the unsuspecting player, they might think that they've completed the game now. Perathia is in the same balance it was at the launch of the game. Look at this. Look at all these discs in here. Water. Everything's here except for dark, but dark was always missing. And as we've read in the manual, nobody cares that dark's missing. People scoff at that idea. Very, very cool. So thank you very much for watching Let's Play Azurik. This was the last episode. I'm being very convincing with my tone right now. And I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed. No, we have a lot more to do. But what do we have to do? How do we even start? to do anything. We don't have any clue where the death disc is. This entire game hasn't given us the remotest of idea of where Balthazar is. For all we know, Balthazar's dead because we killed him on an airship. We haven't seen anything to do with the death disc. And now we've been to the light realm, that's it? Oracle, please, Oracle, tell us, what do we need to do?
Congratulations, Azurik. You have accomplished much and recovered your elemental powers. Continue your search for the remaining disc fragments.
Oracle, you are useless. That's a real shame. One thing I didn't do on my test file that I do want to do for you guys is I never saw what changed on the outside now that the light disc is in. I didn't have a look at that. I don't even know what the light disc shrine would be. So there's earth, there's fire. Is light over in this corner? No, see, these are just houses. So is there no light disc, like, shrine for us to look at? That's a shame. There's no light disc shrine. So, what do we do now? Well, the tutorial zone is down here, which we can have a look at. This was the last place we saw that the death disc could potentially be. So maybe this has got some clues. Nope, no clues at all. Nope, no clues. Okay. Okay, so I figure if there's ever a time that I should show off the tutorial, it would be now. For the record...
Welcome to the training arena, young Guardian.
For the record, this is exactly what happens when you click New Game. This is the stuff I skipped right at the beginning, aside from the cutscene. So this is the tutorial. For completion's sake, we're going to show it off. It's really odd to see that we've got all of our elements there.
To end your training session, leave the arena and press the action button, X. For your first challenge, destroy the 5 orange vases on the floor of the arena. Use the A button to jab and the B button to sweep.
It's really odd to see our elements in the bottom right-hand corner there, like, that we've got all of them. Oh, they only give you the level 1 variant, so everything I said about how, you know, it gives you all your powers is sort of moot. Wow, that's fantastic. But it's kind of funny, though, that they give you all of your elements and then to see how small the fuel cells are compared to how big ours are by the end. And look at our health bar as well. Very cool to see that in action. So, yeah, this is the tutorial. If you walk over to that door there, you press X and you just go back out. So that's how that works. You can see all of the weapons and stuff. If you go out, then it triggers the intro cutscene, I should clarify. It shows all that stuff with Balthazar finding the disc. Well, first Balthazar comes in, you spar against one another. Then you and Eldwin leave. The camera stays on Balthazar.
Welcome to the...
Yes, we know. And then Balthazar will throw something behind this wall and reveal the death disc. Then it goes to a cutscene with Balthazar at his house, and the Death Guardian visits him. Then it goes to a cutscene at the tower. Balthazar goes crazy, shatters all the discs, and kills Eldwin. That's the order of events. You have seen all of those cutscenes, but that's how it goes. But yeah, this is the tutorial. So it asks us to break these vases first, with either A or B, B being the swing attack that I've not used very much of. It doesn't even tell you about the roll. This roll is fantastic. I can't believe it. Wow. So we'll move over there. Haha! Hit me now, Vase. Hit me now. There must be a use for it. It's really cool. I wish I'd been doing it more. But yeah.
Now learn to harness the powers of the elements. Press and hold the left trigger. Tap the A button, Earth. Release the left trigger. This will summon your Earth armor.
Okay, so... Yay, Earth armor. Crappy looking Earth armor. That we look way better in now, but still.
Now, combine elements to summon your lava power. Press and hold the left trigger. Tap the A button, Earth. Tap the B button, Fire. Release the left trigger.
Yeah, so, I mean, I get that they want to show you how it all works and not have to worry about it later, but how long is it before someone can make lava in Azurik?
Use the right thumbstick to look up at the ceiling. There you will find the elemental combination for the smash power. Apply the smash power to your Axion.
So, you know, I feel like it is kind of redundant. But yeah, up on the ceiling, this is a pretty interesting idea. Also, if you look up early, none of these are lit up. So it seems like they had a whole rigging set up for this tutorial at one point, where it was going to give you loads of different combinations and stuff by looking up at the ceiling, but in the end, this is the only one that they use, which is curious enough. They also have the credit sequence in this game are awesome, by the way, and I'm not going to explain fully why they're good, but...
Now, use your smash power to destroy the 5 purple vases at the edges of the arena floor.
But the credits will show loads of development stuff from this game. Like, they're pretty good, especially for their time. And you get to see weird different versions of the UI that they had implemented and all kinds of interesting ideas. And I guess this is another one that sort of fell by the wayside. Anyway, they spawned some more vases for us that won't be damaged by regular attacks, like so. However, they will be damaged with the smash. And again, you know, they had these different coloured vases that would take damage from different things. I suppose it's almost the same as it's almost the same as breaking through like acid blocks and stuff. But they just never use the vases again. So there we go.
Use what you have learned to fight these harvesters. They may seem timid, but are dangerous in packs. You can press the right trigger to set the camera behind you. This will aid you when fighting. You can stun an enemy by jabbing with the A button. Follow up with several jabs for maximum effectiveness.
Yeah, so the right trigger, this is also something that I've never done throughout the LP. What the hell? That's amazing. Wow. I can demo this, though, in the last realm. It's fine. I can demo this right at the end. It's a good reason. It's a good thing I came to the tutorial. Next thing I know, he's going to tell me how to roll.
The circle with the red cross will replenish your health.
And wouldn't that be funny? But yeah, harvesters, and again, he says like they're timid.
Now, fight something a little more dangerous. A Sleeth should pose a challenge. Press Y and quickly press B to perform an overhead smash attack. Try to feel which power causes the most damage to an enemy.
So there is this sort of idea that you're meant to figure out for yourself which powers do more damage, which I do appreciate. But yeah, so it's a big Sleeth that they're going to give us, not a tiny little Sleeth, which a harvester would definitely be stronger than. But yeah, down he goes. We're a friggin' master. Give us a real challenge. Nope. Well, there you go, guys. That is the tutorial for Azurik. That's how the game opens. Balthazar's going to walk in now, and we're going to have our cutscenes. So that's how it goes.
Time for your lesson, young guardian.
All right, well, we haven't managed to find that, but I will show you guys where we are headed to. Next episode will probably be, as well as this, it will be the gathering of all of our obsidians. Not that we're necessarily at the point of no return, but we're getting like well into it here. And this is a great opportunity for me to get the final obsidians. There's 15 out there for us to collect. We get those and we increase our health bar. And we get that final mysterious pickup. I can show you that extra power. So where are we going? Well, we're going to fly over this bridge to the Elemental Temple. And we're going to look down here. Oh yeah, the sewers? Yeah, but that was just a locked gate, wasn't it? Well, now that we can fly... maybe we can enter them. Yeah, and it's not easy down here. I'll see you next time, everybody.